how you can build your credit with Navy Federal, the house of higher limits. That's what we call them. All right. So the first thing, obviously, if you want to get into Navy Federal, you need to be affiliated with someone in the military. They provide you what's called an access code. That's how you can get in with Navy Federal. There are some other ways where, like backdoor methods, but we're not going to get into that. So the first thing you want to do is, so you have an account with Navy Federal. If you're looking to build your credit from scratch, one of the best ways, I'm going to give you 2 ways specifically with Navy Federal, but they can be used across, that strategy can be used across any bank or any credit union. So the first thing you can do is, the benefit with Navy Federal, they have this thing called a secured pledge loan. So everybody on the internet calls it the secured pledge loan hack. Basically what that is, let's say you have $5,000, you're going to give that to Navy Federal. They're going to give you the same, they're going to give you that amount in the form of a loan, right? It's an installment loan. And the reason there is a benefit for that is because Navy Federal is one of the very few credit unions that actually give you the money back. Okay, let me say that again. Navy Federal is one of the very few credit unions or banks out there that actually give you the money back. Most banks, when you do a pledge loan or a secure loan, they keep the money up to a certain period, then they give it to you back. Navy Federal actually gives you the money back within a few days after you make that secured pledge loan with Navy Federal. So if it's $5,000, they give you the $5,000 back, and you can pay that down 90%. It's reported on your credit report as an installment loan. The reason you want to pay 90% is because, let's say you have a 5-year term, 3-year term. It looks like to the lenders, other lenders, and to Navy Federal that you paid off this loan right away. You paid off 90%, and then the rest of the payments are going to be paid off with whatever the remaining term that is. But so that's one of the ways. So that way you get an installment loan on your credit, right? So that's why the benefit is you get a mix of accounts. So you want revolving lines of credit, which are credit cards, and you want installment loans, which have a term, basically a fixed term, a fixed monthly payment that report on your credit. That's a mix of that you want. You want revolving mix of like an auto loan, personal loan, mortgage, things like that. You want that reporting on your credit report because it shows other lenders that you're able to manage different types of debt. So the second thing that you can do with Navy Federal is get a secured card. They have the secured and rewards card. This is good for new credit, bad credit. You're trying to rebuild credit. So they base it off the deposit that you make into their savings account. So same way with the installment loan. The difference with this card, though, is they keep the deposit until you graduate into unsecured. The minimum is $200. You can get up to $5,000, I believe. So the higher, the better, because that's going to reflect on the line. And what happens is after 6 months, it graduates to unsecured. So the difference between secured and unsecured, very simple. Unsecured is you're not putting any money down. You're not securing it with your own money. Secured is when you secure with your own money. So the benefit of this card is that it graduates after 6 months, and after 3 months, I have heard people get a credit limit increase after that. It reports to all 3 bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Guys, before I continue, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. That way you can notify for them about posting a new video. Also, smash that like button. Smash that like button. It really does help with the algorithm. Also, let me know in the comments if this is your first time here. Welcome to my channel where we talk about leveraging credit to create cash flow. We talk about business, and we talk about finance. All right, so we have the secured loan, secured pledge loan with Navy Federal, and then we have the secured and rewards card. Again, that's good for new credit, building credit, bad credit, because you're securing it with your own money. The higher the limit, the better, because eventually it's going to turn into unsecured. And then also they're going to base that off that. It builds your internal score, and you can get higher limits. Navy Federal is known to give a higher limits, typically with people with bad or not so great credit. So they're very generous with the limits. And if you have really bad credit, or you're rebuilding it, or you have new credit, this is one way, especially with Navy Federal, because if you do these 2 things, you do the end rewards and you do the pledge loan, you'll have 2 data points to provide to Navy Federal. You build that internal score. So at the end of the day, you can get that $20,000 starting credit limit once it turns into unsecured. They have up to $80,000 across all credit cards with Navy Federal, which is great. They also have personal loans. They have auto loans. So the better you raise that internal score with Navy Federal, Like if you start making some deposits, if you make your payments on time, if you use the card, pay it off, use the card, pay it off, it builds that internal score, and that's how you can get those high limits. Guys, let me know in the comments if I'm dropping some gems. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification, that way you can notify whenever I post a new video. Also, smash that like button. So with Navy Federal, you can apply, you can get that, you could turn that graduates into an unsecured credit card, and then you can get the other cards that have higher limits. That's my time. My name is Toby Rosario. Peace.